Mortal Kombat is at its core an action-packed spectacle loaded with iconic characters and a ton of brutal fights. So no matter what else we discuss, the most crucial aspect here is the quality of choreography of those battle scenes. Unfortunately, the choppy editing in the first film seriously messed up a lot of moments. The characters were terribly written too. It's tough to recall any truly memorable scenes from the reboot. However, this time around we're promised the long-awaited tournament that was teased in the first movie. All the following details come from test screenings of the sequel and backs up many of the producer's claims. Be warned though, there are potential major spoilers in this video. So, the tournament means there's going to be plenty of fights and of course deaths. Maycad Brooks, who plays Jax, even claimed that the sequel features around 30 fight scenes, each lasting 3 minutes, and that the movie is really focused on combat. The editing won't be ruining the experience this time either. The authors have added some slow-mo and took inspiration from movies like The Raid and Oldboy. Basically, we're being promised that the action scenes will be dynamic. As for the plot details, it's more or less confirmed that Cole Young will recruit Johnny Cage, played by Karl Urban. It's worth noting that early viewers were a bit dissatisfied with the actor's age, despite his charisma. But hey, we'll make our own judgments about the casting once the first trailer drops, rumored to be coming out in December. Arcana, that hidden power from the first part, takes a backseat this time around, but Johnny Cage still manages to unlock it within himself. While his moves were shown without finished visual effects, one thing's for sure: Johnny delivers his iconic shadow kick. But here's no nut punch. Yeah, it's a letdown. But overall, Cage plays a pivotal role in the movie alongside Kitana, who's brilliantly brought to life by Adeline Rudolph. She's getting unanimous praise, with everyone agreeing she absolutely nails it. She looks stunning and regal, exactly as she should. Those who've seen the film are raving about her portrayal. She's rocking a suit that's heavily inspired by her outfit from the 11th game. The main villain, Shao Kahn, makes his entrance in the first act of the sequel, and I'm thrilled that Martin Ford is the one playing him. Word is, Shao's character is well written, with even some philosophical depth that early viewers have appreciated. Mortal Kombat 2 kicks off with Shao taking over Edenia, brutally killing King Jared in the process. The plot doesn't fully stick to the game's canon, but Raiden does get a chance to consult with the Elder Gods, who are depicted as pure light, though that's likely due to unfinished VFX. It's also reported that the third act features some tag team fights with combo moves from different characters. Sonya and Jax are set to face off against Shao Kahn. The creators are clearly aiming to make Shao the most fearsome villain in the franchise. Rumor has it he'll crush Liu Kang's chest with his hammer and even manage to kill Cole Young. Meanwhile, Scorpion, Kano, and Johnny Cage will be battling Noob Saibot's shadow clones. Noob is once again played by Joe Taslim, and his suit is almost identical to the first film's, just recolored in deep black. Liu gets to square off against Revenant Kung Lao, and they might even exchange a few lines considering how shallow their relationship was in the first movie. The main characters of the sequel are Johnny Cage and Kitana. They'll clash in a fight when they first meet, but eventually join forces to free Earthrealm from Shao Kahn's tyranny. As for the other villains, Shang Tsung will make an appearance in Mortal Kombat 2, but don't get too excited, he's just playing a bit part. Quan Chi, portrayed by Damon Harriman, steps in as Shao Kahn's personal sorcerer with the power to resurrect the dead. He's the one who brings Sub-Zero back to life as Noob and revives Kung Lao. So yeah, expect plenty of violence and a packed roster of characters. The sequel looks promising overall, but don't hold your breath for deep dives into anyone besides Johnny and Kitana. The producers had promised more focus on Scorpion, but that's definitely not happening this time around. In fact, audiences noticed he gets even less screen time. You'll barely get a taste of Kung Lao, Kano, and Baraka either. They're practically background characters. Disappointingly, there are no hints about a continuation, which is a letdown, especially considering the author's plans for a full-blown cinematic universe. It seems like the fate of a third movie will hinge on box office numbers and streaming performance, but there are no guarantees. We'll have to wait for the sequel, and as the premiere gets closer, more details will surface, which I'll be sure to share with you. Stay tuned.